You know, and you're so right. In the WHO, I mean, prostitutes, that's illegal. That's criminal activity. I mean, on and on it goes. And then they want to advise young people on how not to get HIV. But, you know, I'm pretty sure those transgender individuals talking about prostitution would say sex work is sex positive and is actually a good thing. We just saw that happen in New York, actually, just the other week. There was a woman in New York City. I'm sure you saw the video, and she was high on marijuana. She admitted at the time, and yet she mentors young people to stay away from drugs. And she's a criminal justice graduate. How perfect is that? She sees a cop standing in the road. He's trying to block off streets because it's a crime scene, and she plows straight into him. She later admits she did it on purpose. She says she told the cop to move. He says you can't drive down the wrong side of the street, and it's blocked off for a crime scene. She goes, move anyways. He doesn't move, so she hits him. He breaks his leg. I mean, on and on it goes. Everywhere you look, like you said, it's the criminals running the asylum at this point. Do you think part of it is that we don't have good heroes to look up to anymore? We used to look up to our guys in World War II, right? Our military guys who go off to war, kids who'd be 15, 16 years old, lying about their age so they could go fight abroad to go, you know, protect those that they loved here at home. We're tearing down the statues of our founding fathers. Anyone who did anything in their life positive whatsoever, we've torn down. And now what do we look to? We just look to criminals to idolize. We look to people, like you said, the lowest common denominator. Maybe it makes us feel better because a lot of people are dealing with a lot of issues. They don't feel like they've achieved what they should have with their lives. But now they just look down at just a morass of just sadness and debased debauchery. And I guess it makes them feel better by comparison. But I mean, that's no way to lead a culture, is it?
No, what we have done is we have turned everyone into a victim, and we have made victimhood heroic, and that is a huge problem. And it's to me, it's a lie that's related to sin. It's this idea that sin doesn't have consequences, and when there are natural consequences from sin and not following God's law, that we should praise those who are falling prey to those consequences. But you know, if you don't work and you don't pursue wealth and you don't try to take care of your family, you're not going to have the things that you need to take care of yourself. Or we have people that are coveting, and it's simply a matter of they have food, they have the ability to take care of themselves, but they want more and they don't want to wait for it or work harder for it. So they covet and they go and they take what's not theirs. The problem is ultimately it creates a cycle of violence, and it just creates a sin cycle with consequences for everyone. So we need to really be looking deeply into our souls. We need to be returning to church, and we need to understand we cannot continue without a foundation, and all of it comes together because we have a nation that cannot sustain itself if you have people coming over the border that do not share our values. If you have people coming over the border that want to destroy our nation, there are going to be consequences, and we're going to continue to see them. And we do need heroes, but those should be heroes that are a reflection of Christ in the world today and that are seeking to follow Christ. Those are the real heroes we need. But without them, it's only going to get worse.
That was perfectly well said, Davis. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Take care.
And